Hello. Are we here? Are we alive? Are we alive? Say hello if you're watching the stream. But yeah, welcome. It's a bit of a weird one because I'm not usually used to streaming at this time during the middle of the day. So I'm not really expecting as many people to join in, but who knows? Maybe we'll get a nice turnout today. Who knows? Welcome, anyway. We are here. Say hello in the chat if you fancy it. Welcome, Time Lord 2023. Just gonna quickly get this advertised over on Twitter. Live on YouTube now. Yeah, this is a very early time for me to be live streaming. Welcome to Chums Fan 1243, Bellatrix R for Kids, Doctor Who fan, great name, SK, Stucky's Everything, and Neil, welcome to the stream. So this week, if you're not already aware, if this is your first stream with me in a while, we stream every Tuesday evening from around 7 o'clock. But today is different. I'm doing a sort of midday kind of stream because, well, I fancied doing it. And yeah. It was a bit of a weird one. I've got the day off from work, so I thought, well, I may as well. I've got plans in the evening and through the rest of the week, so I'm kind of like, oh, let's do a stream earlier in the day and take a bit longer. So instead of a half an hour pre-stream, we're going to be doing a full hour over on YouTube, and then we're going to be migrating over to my Twitch channel where we're going to be playing Crash Bandicoot for about 3 hours-ish, depending on how long I go through. But yes, welcome to Mark Fernkopf. Paul Malley, I am a Whovian. Yeah, welcome. And this must be early for a lot of people, I'm aware. There's a few people saying 8 a.m. What time zone is that? Is that the US? That is the US, right? For me, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm drinking Lewis Hamilton flavoured Monster today to kind of wake me up. And it is waking me up, but not because of the energy, more because of the flavour. I think is knocking me back a little bit. So yes, if you are new to these streams, welcome. It's great to have you on board. And we just talk about Doctor Who here for a little bit. We're going to be talking about Doctor Who for an hour, and talking about any projects that are coming up. Just have some sort of general chill conversation, and then we're going to be heading over to Twitch. So if you are fancying it, you can check out the link in the chat, drop me a follow over on Twitch, and yeah, after about an hour here, we're going to head over there, play some video games, and continue the same conversations. So it's a nice jumping on point if you are new to these streams. We're doing this every week now, and this isn't something I'm just doing temporarily. This is something that I'm continuing to do. This will be a thing that happens continuously over the next few months. I'm aiming to go live on YouTube every Tuesday, followed by Twitch every Tuesday as well. So yeah, a lot of exciting stuff there. I'm trying to brand it a little bit better so we can do a little bit more actual news as we gear up towards the 60th. But yes. Welcome to Vamshi Darasi. No clash between yours and Mr. TARDIS' stream this week. Yeah, I thought Mr. TARDIS streamed on Mondays, and now it's Tuesdays, and now it just clashes, but that's fine. That's fine. John Luke Harry, long time no see, how you doing? Noah, just to know what Lewis Hamilton tastes like, if you ever wondered. I don't think I've particularly wondered what Lewis Hamilton tastes like, but I guess I now know. Dr. Master out right now. Well, don't worry, we'll be streaming till about 6 o'clock today. We're going to be streaming for quite a while, so we'll be here for an hour, and then we'll be heading over to Twitch. So if you want to join in, you're more than welcome to at any different point in the day. What are we mukbanging this week? I'm actually not mukbanging this week because I'm not in a rush after work. I have actually just got a monster, and that's it. There might be some consumption of chocolate orange and or malt loaf in a bit, who knows. But yes, here we are. Very good mixture of flavours, them two. Welcome, Philip Archer. Well, George, hope you're doing well. Thank you. I am doing well. I'm a little bit tired, weirdly, considering this is the one day I'm not at work and streaming. But yes, I'm doing well. Thank you. Just last week, and then because of bank holiday this week too. Oh, is he doing... Right, okay, interesting. That makes sense, I suppose, to do it. But then, yeah, no, Tuesday's my cemented slot now, like for Twitch and for YouTube. It's the sort of... It's always going to be the same day. But yes, and then welcome Faris as well. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? We're just gonna thing is, this is the sort of thing is what I need to do is I need to come up with a bit of a better format for this, because at the moment I'm like, oh yeah, Doctor Who news, but then I'm like, I don't actually know what's going on. The big thing this week is, are we gonna get a TARDIS reveal? That's what I want to kind of know. Are we going to get a reveal of a TARDIS before the end of the month? You know, we had the Sonic Screwdriver themed month. They did a month around it, and they revealed the new Screwdriver at the end. So the kind of lack of content we've been seeing from the Doctor Who team in terms of like TARDIS related stuff, yeah, we've been getting like old photos and general just like social media filler for the last few weeks. Just like photos of TARDIS interiors. Oh, which TARDIS do you want to travel in? Which was your favourite interior reveal? Like, you kind of feel like they're going to announce something. Whether it be today or another day. If it's not today, then I'll probably not be covering it until next Tuesday. But we will talk about it then. I'm excited, though. You kind of look like the unit officer who got killed in Survivors of the Flux. Am I going to be insulted by this comparison? Someone get me a photo of that, because I don't know. I don't know where to look for that, and I'm not going to watch a whole episode of Doctor Who to find it. Especially not Survivors of the Flux. Oh, do you mean like the guy, the older guy? I think I know who you mean, actually. Do you think in September we get a trailer of the release date? Probably. I mean, we know it's coming out in November anyway. We know it's coming out tri-weekly. It's coming out. Oh, not tri-weekly. That would supply. That would imply it's once every 3 weeks. No, I believe it's like weekly for 3 weeks, isn't it? So we know that. So it's either going to be like the first 3 weekends or the last 3 weekends, likely the last 3 weekends. So there's not really much surprise in terms of like when it's going to air the 60th. I mean, if it's 3 episodes. Yeah, Tom, we're doing one earlier because I've got plans this evening and through the rest of the week, and I thought, well, I've got the day off work, I may as well do one in the afternoon instead. So it was either this or call off the live stream altogether, so I thought I'll do one through the middle of the day. I'll do one where we just kind of chat in the afternoon, and I'll make it a bit longer as well, so we can do a few hours, and I'm not clashing with anyone else's live streams. It's just going to be a nice sort of easygoing thing. I'm going to have an hour here over on YouTube and then 3 hours over on Twitch where we play the remainder of the Crash Bandicoot video game that I've been playing currently. So, yeah, that's why we're doing it earlier this week, just simply because I've got plans. It's a sort of one-off. Next week we'll be returning back to the standard slot of 7 PM here on YouTube. But yeah, it's always good to keep an eye out on social medias, Twitter and, well, or X. And YouTube, just to sort of see when the stream is scheduled for, just so you get a good idea of it. But yeah. Live on a Tuesday afternoon. Yep. Only a spoonful. Are you ever going to make full-length YouTube videos again? I don't know. Unlikely, I'd say. Because it's a lot of work and I actually haven't even got the time to do it, and I'm trying to move on to projects that I care about a bit more, which is not to say I don't care about YouTube. I've just done it for 9 years and I feel like I've got everything out of it that I kind of wanted to. I still like talking about Doctor Who. I still like interacting with the community, hence why I do like streams on here weekly, hence why I do Twitch streams. Like, I still like that interaction and I still like that sort of content creation kind of thing. So yeah, but I just, the videos, it's the planning, it's the editing. I obviously, like, I'm not an idiot. Like, I know my videos weren't particularly high quality, but the older I've gotten, the higher my production value and standards go. And I think that looking back, even to like some videos from like a year ago, it's like I haven't got the time to put the effort in that I would like to have my content at. You know, I don't want to just make videos for the sake of it. I don't like need to really. You know, it's only as a hobby, so it's kind of now back to what I would like to do with it, opposed to it trying to be like a sort of part-time job almost, which it isn't. So yeah, maybe, but unlikely. My full-time job is YouTube based, so it's not a one that I particularly want to be doing YouTube stuff all day, editing, uploading, and then coming home and then editing, uploading. It's not really the most fun, but yeah. Fucking hell, there's a fly. But yeah, we'll see. You never know. Like, something might come up and I'm like, God, I really want to do like a review of like the 60th specials or something. Maybe I will. My expectation at the moment is that I'll probably cover my reviews of the 60th specials on these live streams. Because they come out on the Tuesdays and we can kind of do it then. So that would probably be my expectation of them. But you never know. I might change my mind. Who knows? Robert Bathurst. I think I know who you mean because he was in Cold Feet as well. Yeah, I know what you mean. He's a bit old, though. I don't really like the comparison. He's like... I mean, how old is he? I mean, he's 66 years old. I'm only 22. Fucking hell. Maybe when he was younger. Nah, he's still got way better hair than me. It's a very nice compliment, but I'm not accepting that. Aren't promos for the 60th stunted by the strike? Main actors have all worked on American productions, so certainly they are SAG members. I don't really know. I don't really know, to be honest. I feel like they've probably done their interviews. I'm going to close the window because there's fucking building repairs going on. And it's so fucking loud. Jesus Christ. They do not shut up during the day. So yeah, I don't know really. I don't really know what the crack is with the Doctor Who actors and SAG. They are like, they're all British, aren't they? So I don't know if they have any obligations or anything like that. But maybe, yeah, not sure. Perhaps though, you never know. That might be a good reason, but then I also think that maybe they're just holding off. I think it's smart to hold off. You don't want to advertise it too far in advance. You know, especially with social media, like ramping all of that into like a compressed amount of time is just going to generate a bit more excitement. People know that Doctor Who's coming back. People know that David Tennant's coming out, and they've been releasing stuff sparingly, new photos, etc. But to really promote it, trailers and all that sort of thing, I think you're going to be waiting probably another month, I reckon, and then we'll start to get some more of that sort of stuff. Because the new TARDIS set is huge. Do you think we will not see it so often? I think we will see it often because it's huge. There's no point spending that much money on a massive set if we weren't gonna do it. Yeah, like you see it, you know what I mean? But it depends if it's finished. I know like Jodie's TARDIS wasn't finished being built in Series 11, which is why we never see it until like the second and last episodes. Crispy Pro, bloody hell. Welcome to the stream, man. Hope you're doing well. Doctor Who will be on Disney Plus. It will be on Disney Plus for any audience that isn't in the UK, I believe. Yes, I remember him in Red Dwarf. This is happening earlier than usual. Yes, we were just saying about that. Kind of advertising this week is a little bit of a sort of change in pace. We're going to go back to the normal slot of 7 PM next week, but we thought we'd do a bit of an earlier one this week, sort of just see how it goes. I've also got the day off, so it made loads of sense. But yes. It's fun. I wonder if we could see Matt Smith or Classic Doctor's return. I don't know. I feel like Matt Smith. I would love to see Matt Smith in the 60th. I'd love to see Capaldi in the 60th. I think with Classic Doctors, I'm fine with, because we've just seen them in Power of the Doctor. So I think it'd be more suiting to have some modern Doctors in the show now. It's something that the show hasn't done that often. You know what I mean? But feels quite exciting, because the classic stuff is in the show so much now. Like, you have David Bradley coming back as the first Doctor twice in 2 different eras. There's so many different, there's so many different references and stuff. And Power of the Doctor brought back so many companions and Doctors. We've had Sarah Jane come back before. We've had Joe Grant come back before. We've had all the collection box sets with those sort of classic companions and stuff. I would probably be more excited at this point about seeing a new Who companion or Doctor rocking as is Tennant, but I think seeing Smith and Capaldi would be nice, because I think it's probably the least expected ones. Oh my word, hello. Grubbing67, well, thank you for the follow over on Twitch. If you want to drop me a follow on the Twitch channel, we'll be going live there in about 45 minutes. But There is a link in chat somewhere, but I will put it in again in case you haven't already followed it. And Christ, if I can get a link to it. Yeah, so if you are interested in supporting the other stuff that we do, that would be really, really great. We'll be going on there. We'll be going live there right after here. So, do you think the Master will return on the 60th? Hopefully not. I hope to never see the Master again for a few years. I ate pizza pockets yesterday. Congratulations. Peter Purvis, Stephen Taylor sent me his autograph for free in the post today. That's great. The SAG strikes technically include Doctor Who, but it's still confusing how it all works. Yeah, I'm not really sure exactly how it works, but I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah, we'll find out, I suppose, in the next month or so. But they still seem to be advertising the show, and there's still like interviews with the cast and stuff in Doctor Who magazine. So it kind of feels like maybe there's still some sort of connections there. Good thing I also have the day off. Fantastic. Do you know what the definition of a YouTube video is? No, I do not. But I can have a guess. Bannerman Breakdown, Re-Sonic TARDIS promo. I just went through the Twitter. They posted about the TARDIS this month, whereas there was nothing for the Sonic between the start of the month to the reveal. Yeah, it was weird. They sort of advertised it as the Sonic Screwdriver month, but they never posted any Sonic Screwdriver content. So I feel that they're kind of backing that up with the TARDIS stuff, just by like posting weekly. Like every Monday, Tuesday, they've posted something about the TARDIS this month, but just generic photos of the interior. So it's just kind of waiting to see what that's about. Yeah, I'm not sure. Crispy Pro, do you think it will be simulcast to other countries, or will the 60th have to finish in the UK before going worldwide on Disney+? I feel like that'll probably be the one. A simulcast will be nice, especially for the 60th, but I have a feeling it won't be the case when it comes to Disney Plus with other stuff. So, for example, look at the other way around. I look at stuff like Always Sunny in Philadelphia and What We Do in the Shadows. Both of them air on FX, and then after about 2 weeks, they appear on Disney Plus. Now, I'm hoping it won't be the same for Doctor Who, but I guarantee there'll probably be some sort of delay, because obviously the BBC run it. It's a deal with Disney Plus. But then, I guess it's Doctor Who cares more about, it would care more about its sort of worldwide audience, so maybe we get a big push on that, and there is sort of like a simulcast, or it'll appear around about the same time. But it's not a Disney Plus exclusive where it just appears worldwide and it's just there, like Ahsoka or any of the Star Wars shows or Marvel shows. It will air on the BBC, likely first. Because you think when it airs on BBC TV, Disney Plus, it's like you can watch the whole thing. If it's an hour-long episode and it starts airing on the BBC and then it launches on Disney Plus at the same time, you could technically skip to the end of the Disney Plus one before it's finished airing on the BBC and get loads of spoilers, which I think they probably want to avoid. So I would have thought they'd have the whole thing stream on the BBC and then it launch on Disney Plus, either immediately after or up to a couple months after, I guess. Couple months, couple weeks. Thoughts on Doomsday? I don't really care for Doomsday. I'm not a big expanded media person. I don't listen to much Big Finish. I don't read many comics. I'm very much more interested in the TV show itself. And some like spin-offs from that, but I'm not a big Finish fan really, or comic fan or anything like that. Expanded media, not really my cup of tea. I consider myself a big Doctor Who fan, but also a bit of a general audience member. Like I don't really read much into the expanded stuff, unless it's like super important or interesting to me. So Doomsday, absolutely of no interest to me, unfortunately. But I'd love it to be, but it just kind of feels like they're just trying to do something like a multimedia event, and I didn't like Time Lord Victorious, and that had a more interesting subject matter. So I'm definitely not going to like this. Hello, Nicola. Alex Green. I can't wait for Shooty's Doctor. I worked with him as an essay last October on sex education and met him a few times on the set of Doctor Who, and he's lovely. Yeah, he seems like a really nice guy, very genuine, very down to earth, and that's always a really exciting one. Colin Baker asked if he knew anything about the 60th anniversary, and his face was like, yeah, you think you get that a lot with the Doctor Who actors though as well. You got that with what's her face who played Gwen Cooper. Eve Miles, she she had the same sort of reaction at a convention. She was very like cagey about Doctor Who, but I feel like that's just a kind of impression that some people give off just to be like that a little bit. I don't think it's a it's a weird one. It's a weird one, but they might all be involved. Who knows? The rest of the world need Disney Plus. I mean, technically, Doctor Who under strike action, not the strikes themselves. Everyone should be in support of the strikes. Yeah, of course. Just means it won't be advertised as much, but it'll still go out. How do you feel about Shooty having numerous costume changes as opposed to one regular standard costume? I'm split. Traditionally, I quite like a singular costume for a Doctor. I like a signature look that Doctor has. However, Capaldi did exactly the same thing, and I love most of Capaldi's outfits. You know, they changed almost every episode. But then again, to bounce off the back of that, I actually think that Capaldi had a more consistent dress sense. You know, like he always had like a long coat and either a shirt and waistcoat, or like a t-shirt and like zip-up hoodie. So they were vaguely consistent with one another. Whereas Shooty seemed like just different every episode. And, you know, maybe that's just his thing, and I kind of respect that, and I like that. I'd kind of like that to be a definitive Doctor look that he comes back to a few times. Like at the beginning of episodes or something, when he's just sort of knocking around in the TARDIS before he gets like ready for an adventure. I'd like to see him in like a consistent Doctor outfit. Maybe it's the one that we saw him in the original released promo image, where it's like the brown and the orange. I live in Italy, and Doctor Who is currently on Prime Video, but will be removed in a few days. Is it possible that they will put it on Disney Plus? It will probably be on Disney Plus by the end of the year, I would have thought. It might not be immediate, though, unfortunately, but there you go. Do you think Doctor Who x Benidorm would be a good crossover? I think it would have been years ago. I think it would be shite now, because Benidorm's not even on TV anymore, and Doctor Who's kind of a bit past it. I feel like there was a golden time where that would have been perfect, maybe with the Matt Smith era, but I think it's just not going to happen. I think Red Dwarf and Doctor Who would be a fantastic crossover, and that's never happened, despite both still being on the air and both being sci-fi. Yeah. It's the actor's trap of, if you're doing something you can't say, if you're not, but there's a possibility someone might ask you to do something, you don't want to say no. That's it, isn't it? You want to give off the right impression, and you get a lot of that with Doctor Who actors and former Doctor Who alumni, which is completely fair, but yeah, there's nothing really you can do, I don't think. 11 had Jammy Dodgers, 13 had custard creams. Thank you to Real Mad Time for following me over on Twitch, much appreciated. Again, if you'd like to follow the Twitch, the link is in chat now. So you can check that out there. Head over, drop me a follow. We'll be going live there in about 40 minutes. So yeah, any new followers would be greatly, greatly appreciated. We're really trying to grow our little community on there. So yeah, that'll be fun. I'm thinking Disney Plus will probably make the episodes available right after they finish airing in the UK, sooner than we're used to, avoiding social media for 6 hours between UK and US episode premieres. Well, you'd hope so, but you just never know what the official deals are. I'm just looking at what Disney Plus does already with international shows, like shows that air in the US first and then UK on Disney Plus. There is a separation, there is a bit of a gap in time, so I'm just trying to use like best guess, really. I really hope the TARDIS interior gets revealed soon. I can't wait to see people's fan art of it, as well as being in things like Gmod. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see that revealed, but I also would prefer to see it in the show, so I'm kind of torn. I'd like to see a reveal so we have something new to talk about, but then at the same time I'm kind of happy to leave it until the episode itself. But then again, it's also been leaked, so I've also seen what it looks like, and I'm happy with that, but I just kind of want to see like a HD version of it, because I feel like I already know what it looks like. We just can't talk about it or show it yet. Pretty sure Disney Plus gets the Doctor Who international streaming rights starting November 1st. That would make the most sense. Do you think they'll put all modern Doctor Who on Disney Plus or just RTD2 onwards? I would hope all of modern Doctor Who. That would be amazing. Probably not Classic Who, but I would like to think that modern Doctor Who will, yeah, because it'll be under a different sort of bracket. How did you find your voice on YouTube? I don't really know what you mean by that. What, like, as in, like, a following? Or do you mean, like, literally, like, a YouTube voice? Because I don't know how you really mean that. There could be a lot of different ways of interpreting that. Yeah. Surely it will be on the BBC and America on BBC America for free. No, I believe they actually announced this. It's like it will not be on BBC America. Thank you to Laxel Greenall for following me on Twitch. Once again, if you fancy it, just check the link in chat. Go over there, drop me a follow. We'll be going live there in about 35 minutes. So again, would much appreciate it. No, I'm pretty sure they announced with BBC America, because this was the whole thing, is that to make it simpler and easier, instead of it being like BBC in the UK, BBC America in the US, and then like other networks for different regions, it's literally like UK, BBC, everywhere else in the world, Disney Plus. And that's the only two places you'll be able to find it going forward, which is great, but also a bit annoying for those who don't have Disney Plus or don't want to subscribe to Disney Plus. But you know, it makes it more consistent. It makes it easier for other countries. Again, like people in Australia and all that sort of thing. I presume it's a bit more difficult to get a hold of. If Crispy's still watching, he can probably confirm that one way or another. But I don't know how easy it is in different regions to get a hold of Doctor Who. BBC America's fine, but it basically acts like a streaming service anyway. So, there you go. How do you choose the style of how you filmed your video? Well, I don't know. I've done things for years. Like I've done YouTube for like as I say, like 9 years. Actually, I keep saying 9 years. 10 years. I did it for 9 years before I stopped, but this will be the 10th year of doing YouTube kind of stuff. So you learn over time what you like and what you don't like, and what quality you like and what you don't like, what angles you like, colours you like. You just make it your own. You've got to take off other people on the platform and YouTube and kind of emulate it in your own sort of way. This kind of camera setup is a very professional default that you see with a lot of people. I try to replicate that as best as possible, but then also give it my own little bit of flair. I quite like the light in my background, obviously. I quite like the way this setup is in my room this year, but I've also moved house like 4 or 5 times in the last year. 4 or 5 times in the last like 3 or 4 years. So yeah, I'm used to changing my setup all the time. I'm used to kind of spicing it up. This is probably my favourite one, and I'm probably going to try and emulate this look going forward. So that's the idea. But yeah, you learn it over time. You do stuff for a while. I mean, for me, I like change. Always like change. Thank you to Vanda's Live for following over on Twitch. We'll be going there live in about half an hour. So check out that link. Drop a follow if you haven't already. Would much appreciate it. You learn over time, I think. You learn what you like and what you don't like. I was saying I quite like change. You know, if you probably, a lot of people who are watching now probably haven't been around on this channel for that long, maybe a few years, but like for the majority of my YouTube span, like I would just change the banner and avatar like every few months. Like I was just kind of trying to keep it fresh and trying to keep new stuff that I learned and trying to like, you know, adapt it myself. Yeah. And that's why we've got these, you know, lovely setup now here on here and over on Twitch. We have like an actual graphic style, and that's going to be updated soon. I've got an exciting project coming, which kind of is working with the live streaming a little bit, you know, obviously. But I have got something exciting in the works, which I'm quite excited to kind of roll out properly, but I still need to work out some logistics. Thank you to Nebraska for following over on Twitch. Once again, check out that link in chat, drop a follow if you haven't already, would much appreciate it. What do you think Shooty Sonic should look like? I don't know what Shooty Sonic should look like. Anything, really. Yeah. I feel like there's just some sort of like fresh new design that doesn't look like shit. I'm not a massive fan of the 14th Doctors. I don't think we need too many moving parts, but I think we need to feel like an actual tool that's sort of easy to use. Simplify it a bit, but also kind of keep it looking like an actual sci-fi prop and not like naff plastic shit, basically. This is early, yeah. I was saying for those who have just joined, we usually stream here 7 p.m. Till about 7:30, and then migrate over to twitch.com, or not even twitch.com, it's twitch.tv. It's literally on screen, and I can't even fucking do it right. So we usually migrate over to there, and then stream on there for 2.5 hours, whereas today, we're going to be streaming for an hour here on YouTube, and then 3 hours over on Twitch, so it's going to be a bit of a longer stream. Yeah, I've got plans in the evening, I'm going on holiday, so I'm here now, and doing a live stream during the day instead, because that makes sense. But we'll be back next week at about 7 o'clock. So you can keep an eye on the YouTube channel. We usually have the live stream available to sort of put notifications on for the day before. So check on Monday evening what it says, and more times than not, we'll have a little slot available. Nerd Dan, welcome, man. Haven't seen your name in a while. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well as well. Danny Phillipson, you should release the missing episodes of Drunk Lords to coincide with the missing second Doctor stories, George. No, I would love to. I think they're long gone, honestly. They might be somewhere, but I think the reason they were missing and didn't get released, because they were corrupted. They couldn't be edited together. It was just kind of like, right, we're done. Which is a shame, but that is what it is. A Doctor Who fan liking change? That can't be right. Yeah, that's literally it, though. I think that's part of it. Probably why I like Doctor Who so much. Alternate 13th. I remember about 5 logos during the time. I wonder if you can go back and see old logos. Let's have a little bit of a nostalgia tour if we can. We've got a longer live stream today. Let's do that. I feel like there is a way. There used to be a way to go through like Google Photographs and have a look at like Google Images. Not Google Images, but you know what I mean. I don't know. I don't know if you can anymore, because it used to be called like Google Plus, didn't it? It's dead now, isn't it? I don't really know. Oh yeah, Wayback Machine. Oh, that's a good idea. Very clever. I forgot about Wayback Machine. Right, let's have a look at this. I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to open this up. Let's get it going. Okay, let's... No, I thought that wouldn't bloody work. No, this isn't working. What am I doing? What am I doing? Display capture, there we go. I'm very aware I just showed my YouTube dashboard there to the whole audience. That's fine, just pretend you didn't see that. It's nothing really that exciting anyway. I think I did reveal videos for like new like intros, because I did actually ask people to do them, and I kind of wanted to show it off because I'd always like work with people and they do a really good job. 2018 is the earliest Wayback Machine. January 2018. Oh god, this is going to be dog shit, isn't it? It might not be. 2018, this would have been the year Geordie's stuff was launched, so it probably was just before like my channel started to do well. You know? It's probably just before that. Let's let that load up. It's very slow, this website. It's doing its best. It's getting there. But while we're looking at that, yes. Any chance the TARDIS leak was a false leak to throw us off before the real reveal on the broadcast? I don't know. I feel like if they're gonna, it looked like a real set. It like they were building it. I kind of feel like there's not really a good way of avoiding. Like that was it. You know what I mean? What episodes did you do Drunk Lords on? The ones that are released, or the ones that are unreleased? The unreleased ones, it was End of Time Part 1 and 2. It was like a Christmas and New Year's kind of plan. I was going to do one for Christmas, one for New Year, have a little double thing over the Christmas period. But it just never happened. We recorded both. I think I even had a takeaway in one as well. But the footage wasn't good enough. It never came out right. Which is really annoying. Video you're most proud of on the channel? I think the history of the Doctor is one. I mean, it's my most viewed video. But I think that just the time and effort that went into that, I was really proud of. I'm also really proud of Genesis of the Cybermen, the like black and white noir version of like feature length edit thing that I did. I was really chuffed with that. This is not working. It's very slow. My Wi-Fi is pretty decent as well. Like, I'm streaming perfectly fine, but it's just this website just does not want to fucking load. But there are 12 captures. I'm getting nothing here. To a reconstruction. I've drunk lords, I presume you're talking about? Yeah, kind of. Oh, here we go. So there's one... This is all in Ukrainian, which is interesting. So this would have been... When's this? June 2019. So this would have been after Jodie's first series. Probably like... Oh my god. Why am I putting like a bit.ly link in my fucking banner? Psychopath. It might take a little bit of a while to load this up. This page clearly isn't loading, so I'm gonna let it off on that front. Most of them are in the last couple of years, though, which is quite exciting. So this website's sick. Not everything loads, but let's have a look at what we've got here. This banner is atrocious. I kind of liked the idea of it. This is definitely one I made myself. This is not one that someone else made. I had like a good period in 2018 where like I had some really nice banners made for me, and then I decided to do this. Fuck knows why, because it looks dog shit. I liked the A and the C. I was always about the branding with that. I loved that. The crystals were from the Jodie thing, but the fucking like blue drop shadow on everything looks like horrendous. It's horrible, and the avatar doesn't look great either, to be honest. Not amazing, to be quite honest with you. And then our like feature video here is we've got Jadoon confirmed for series 11, series 12. Oh my god, it's loading as well. Shit. That's really exciting because I remember that. I remember when that news was like officially dropped. Is this the news, or was this like the photo that came out? I'm not sure. If you can find the 10th alien on this. It's private, so even if you could find it, I don't think you'd be able to watch it. But nice try. Didn't you have merch at some point? I did have merch. I think that's what this is here. Store. Oh, Christ. Let's have a look at this. But actually, let's have a look at the actual link, not the Wayback Machine version of it. Let's have a look at the actual, like... Hang on. This is probably going to be embarrassing, actually, because I don't know where this is going to lead, and I don't remember having a... I mean, I remember having a store, but I don't remember having, like, what was on said store. Probably some, like, copyrighted shit that I'm not allowed to sell. And it doesn't exist. Yeah, I don't think... I mean, it does exist, but it doesn't exist. Ace Cooper official store, FAQ, terms and conditions. There's nothing on here. This is just like a blank page. So that's interesting. We've got like the historical episode news, series 12, part 2. I guess that's about the opening, Gmod stuff, years and years review. I know that's just must be like, I don't know, like a random playlist, because that's like 2 days ago, 3 days. Oh, 3 days ago, not 3 years ago. Probably was about 3 years ago from now. Yeah, the purpley diamond stuff was great. But as I say, like, I changed... Oh, well, I did get merch sales. I actually did. Because I did, like, some Doctor Who-y designs. I don't think they're very good, but they are. Popular episode. I know this is, like, downloads on here, but that's interesting. At the time, we had big character rumoured. That's the Captain Jack, Percy the Cat one. Series 11 filming Arachnids in the UK. Which was probably the actual, like, filming of it, I presume. Five Nights at Freddy's Gmod. Fredbear's Family Diner. Yeah, this was kind of like the channel was still starting to do well. Series 11 stuff all did really well, obviously. Interesting. Okay, let's go to the next one, because we're sort of like a bit boring now. This is it, dull. March 2020. So this would have been in the heat of COVID. I'd just gone through first year of uni. This was probably just as I was like going home from uni to sort of like into lockdown. So this channel at this point would have been probably Not at its peak, but it's probably when I was making the most content at like probably the best quality. So we'll see how this comes out, but let's have a look. There's nothing on the Ace Trooper official store. Let's have a look on... I'm quite enjoying this, actually. It's a little bit weirdly nostalgic, but this is fun. The Percy the cat meme is just brilliant. Okay, this was cool. This was cool. I was a fan of this. I am a fan of this. This was when the branding changed. This was, I think, a Discord thing. Like, I think someone made this on Discord, and it was, like, fucking great. Like, it was a really good logo. I remember I had this logo for a while. Because it looked more professional as well. It looked really good. We had future video, Cyberman Design's Worst to Best. We had a series of 12 reviews at this point, because The Timeless Child had probably just come out. Yeah, like a week before this was taken. So that's really good. The friends of the channel slowly changes over time as well, which is interesting. Not saying anything about that. Torchwood videos. Because I started reacting to Torchwood at this point. I think I probably done most of the... Oh no, I'd done most of the reactions by this point, I think. Popular uploads. The Five Nights at Freddy's ones have miraculously disappeared, and we've got 3 ranking lists, 2 of which are outdated by this point, overtaking that initial filming video there. So that's interesting. And now we've got a store, but it's on Redbubble. I think this one is still... I think this one's still, like, alive, because I still get notifications from this one. Yeah. Ace Creeper. Let's have a look on here and see if we get anything. Nah, you see, we don't get anything from this. That's a shame. Redbubble. Let's have a look if we had... I mean, I might have an account on this, but let's just type in Ace Creeper. Let's see what happens. No, that's so sad. Surely we have something. Let's get this one to the next one, just so we're not wasting any more time. But Redbubble, copy link address. Right, let's have a look at this. It's a whole fucking YouTube redirect thing. Ace Creeper YT. It looks like it's under. Ooh. There it is. Oh, God, it is still live. You can still buy stuff from this. That's fucking mental. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's just that's a copyrighted logo, George. You can't sell that, mate. What are you doing? You know what? I still like some of these. Some of these are naff, but I still like some of these. Oh, my God. So this one, I was happy with this, but no one ever, like, backed me up on this. I thought this was quite a fun design. So stupid, because it was me and the boys. It was like that Spider-Man meme with the Spider-Man things. It just does all of those characters really dirty, though. AC logo, of course. These were cool. I quite like that, to be fair. I don't hate it. This one's a bit shite. So that's taking what I think is like inspired by like the DVD steelbook cover. And then we're really going like a deep dive into the history of this channel here. Crystal console, hexagonal pattern. Again, like, not bad. I don't know if I'd ever like buy that like unironically to wear. This is shite. I don't know what I was doing here. I mean, it's kind of funky. But the fucking the fucking eraser effect around Capaldi's hair is fucking disgrace as far as I'm concerned. It looks like shit. And I don't know what I'm doing with Jodie's face. Like, why are those 3 like white, and then Chris Eccleston is like purple, and then she... Oh, is it like the top colour, like the t-shirt colour? Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, and then Idiot's Guide to the Galaxy. That's aged well. That's aged well. Yeah, of course. Last of the Drunk Lords, of course. It's not a bad price, really, actually, for like an off-brand t-shirt, considering how much these places charge to like for usual t-shirts. I think that's probably as cheap as I could get it. Is that promoted, or is that something I actually tried to flog? Wow. Anyway, let's ignore that. Is this the next one? This is April, so this is like from the same time. So this is March. So then we've got April. It's just the same shit, really. We've got an Easter eggs video which didn't do very well. Oh my god. It wasn't that like me and the fam one wasn't trying to be like insulting or anything. I like me and the boys meme. It's literally just a trace of this. Let's go back to this just so you can kind of see a side by side, because I feel a little bit bad. I feel like if you don't get the meme, you're gonna be thinking like, why are you like doing the companions so dirty? Honestly, didn't make much off this, I don't think. I think that if I made anything off, yeah. You can see what I'm trying to do. It's quite funny. I think I got all the characters spot on. It works. The Sinister Six meme, yeah. Me and the boys. And I don't think you never make much off merch sales unless you're like massive and like super mega famous, but you don't ever make money off merch sales, really. You make like probably like £1 if someone buys the t-shirt, which I guess is pretty good, but if they're spending £17 and you're getting £1 out of it, you still like the majority is going to like the Redbubble like company. That's how it makes a profit, you know what I mean? Which makes sense. I can't knock that. I'm trying to load like feature dates here. I want to get to the one towards the end of this year, because there seems to be a lot like during COVID here that's been taken of the channel. So again, like April, again, we're like at the same point in time here. There's not much changed. Yeah, it's fun. I think it's a fun little meme, you know. See, that's, yeah, when it's like Swarm as your tech tune and ooh, that would be quite funny. But the thing is that the me and the boys meme is just dead now. Like, no one knows what that is, really, I don't think. I mean, it's a very dated one. I think if someone said it, you'd be like, oh yeah, I remember that. But beyond that, again, like, same sort of time. What's the most recent video here? It's back. Oh. Oh dear. I want to know what this is. It's back. I'm ignoring the rest of this. That's so funny. It's back. Oh. Right. Okay. Oh no. It's unlisted as well. Look at that. Last of the Drunk Lords, eh? Wow. That's funny. What's next? November. That's what we want to try and get to. Come on. Early Joda era had some of the best vibes for the channel. Yeah, it did, you know, and I think as soon as that kind of disappeared, there was just more drama. When the Timeless Child stuff happened, people just got really, like, bogged up about it, and it was just, like, really shit. I don't know what industry connections you think I have, but I certainly don't. Wow, couple. This is quite funny. It's back. We're just gonna keep like waffling on here. I reckon we'll waffle on here until we've like covered all of this like channel history stuff before we even consider heading over to Twitch. Because I'm invested now. I've not looked at this stuff in a while. I just want to look at the old profile pictures. I think I've probably got more somewhere on my hard drive as well. I think I've got like all of them. So I might try and find them as well. For those who have been around on the channel for a while, it might be a little bit nostalgic. So I'm down for that. Come on, jump to fucking November. I don't give a shit. Go to November. November 2022? Oh no, that's no, I'm just looking at the next one. I want to just go to the next one. Next one. Keep going. Oh, you absolutely. I should have known that the me and the fan merch to the cast should have shown to the cast when you're on the set for Revolution of the Daleks. I think I would rather have not done that. I think they'd probably be insulted because I don't think they get it. It's a funny idea though. I forgot that existed, honestly. That's so funny. There's just so many like things. When you're on YouTube for so long, you just like you just, I don't know, you just kind of, you have a lot of stuff to look back on, and a lot of it's just kind of embarrassing, to be honest. And it's fine, but you just embrace it, and I embrace it. Like, I was always, when I was, like, in school, I was always, like, embarrassed of, like, stuff that I'd done in the past, because it's just, some stuff is just, like, embarrassing, when especially when you're growing up as well. I'm at a point now where, like, I'm like a working adult. I don't care. Like, it's funny, and anything that's, like, deeply embarrassing has been privated a long time ago anyway. But you can just kind of look back and laugh at these things. It's just fun. So now we've got the new YouTube layout now, with the, like, circle logo and shit. Because this was, like, this was the first time we actually had that sort of new look. 16,000 subscribers here. This is May 2020. Again, fucking May 2020. Why are we in fucking May? Move on. I want to go to December 2020, or whatever the nearest one around that time is. This website takes so long to load as well. Oh, this is just embarrassing. Fucking Last of the Drunk Lords, great. Robot review, End of Time Part 1, Earthshock review. This was like a good little era for the channel, talking about the classic Who and stuff as well. Still, this was rivaling my big character rumoured video here. We were almost about to pass that, which was exciting because I hated that video being #1. Amazing how some of the channel names, channel memes can still live on. Percy the Cat, Yaz's Nanny, Seaman Pond. Seaman Pond is just incredible. Kept the logo even still, like, that's still there. That's really exciting, actually. I like that. Nothing in 2021, which I think is quite sad, actually, because there should have been something in 2021. Random question, but do you still make intros for people? No, I don't. I stopped doing freelance stuff when I got a full-time job, unless it's like a big project that is actually worth time and money. Then yeah, I'd probably take that on, but not just YouTube intros anymore. Unless you're willing to pay like 200 quid for it. I remember the Blink stream where everyone just started making memes. Yeah, let's not talk about that. That was a long fucking time ago. It's like, oh god, this is really embarrassing. Just a reminder that was 3 years ago. Some stuff doesn't age too well, which is fine. It's life. You'd be surprised. I think I purged a lot of my channel content from around that time as well. Because there's just a lot of shite that just, you realise that people don't give a shit, and I'm like, I don't give a shit either then. Oh, I want this to load. I want this 2021 to load. I don't think it's going to, though. And the next one is like 2022, so that's just like last year. So nothing will have changed since then, because that's literally when I started my job. Do you work in TV, film and TV? If you don't mind me asking, of course you don't have to say. I don't really like talking about like what I do, but I kind of like, it's not like film and TV. Like, I'm not like working on set or anything like that, or involved in that. But I am in like the media industry, more of a business level. So it's YouTube like management kind of stuff, basically. YouTube channel management, and also like general business strategy, social media kind of stuff. For a company which is quite a big company, but yeah, they use it's in children's online entertainment. Is probably much as I want to say, but if you've heard of any big children's entertainment brands, the likelihood is that you're probably thinking of the right one. But I don't really want to talk about it. I mean, the information's out there. You can probably find it on like LinkedIn and stuff, and then see what the company posts and stuff, and then kind of work out from that. But yeah, my job is just managing channels and like, again, business and social media strategy kind of stuff. This is loading now. That's 2022. Half of these aren't loading. It's kind of dead. So instead, what I'm going to try and find, if it's of any entertainment, let me go back into my old like digital graphic design hard drive and see if I can find any old profile photo avatar kind of things. Let me see. But yeah. But yeah, the reason I don't like talking about it is because it's also a YouTube thing. So it's like, I don't want to, like, you don't want to sort of affect the performance of that. Not that it would, because like, I've not really got much influence. But I don't want to risk. You know what I mean? I don't like risking it too much. Just by talking about the job. But you can find all this information out. And again, as I say, like, think of some of the biggest YouTube kids brands. Likelihood is that's the one. Let me make a little folder so I'm not like showing you anything that I shouldn't show. Oh my god, there's so many avatars and logos and stuff. Fucking hell, mental. Honestly started me keeping a list of 2020. Use Letterboxd. I love Letterboxd. It's fantastic. We need to get George to go through his privatized videos. Well, everything that's privatized is either probably on the channel already. There's nothing really new. I've actually got more like cover art than I have of anything else. So let's put that in its own folder. Let's go through the art. Because there's so much of it. It's all like, not all bad. Let's point this out straight away, is that it's not all bad because I didn't make all of them. So I'm not going to sit here and slag off other people's hard work, because that's not fair. But there are some old ones. There are some fucking old ones in here, and not all of them are good. Not all of them. Not many of them. Because there's ones for other channels as well. I'm just trying to find everything, really. George Sheard cover. George Sheard Flux cover. Yeah, because I did my own branding for this channel once I changed the name as well. Thank you for the £2 super chat donation. Bloody hell. Thank you very much for that. Do you think we will get a multi-companion episode? I feel like that's always the case with when a companion comes back. It's always kind of like a crossover kind of thing. No, but I'm never going to like slag off other people's artwork. And to be quite honest with you, I'm actually quite happy with a lot of the artwork that I had made for me. Like, I was never like dissatisfied. As I say, I just kind of like change. So it's always one of those ones where I'm like, I try and change things up after a little while. But that's about it. Let's put the avatars in. I've got basically almost everything ready here. I'm just trying to work out, because I'm trying to get some stuff that's like really old as well, so you guys have something interesting to look at that's not just complete dog shit. Because there's some like old Ace Creeper logos in here as well. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, let's show this off. Yeah. So this is my logos folder that I've just put together. Some of them are older than others. All the AC ones are relatively new. The old ones are like these ones, which again I'm not going to slag off because I didn't make these, but people I knew made these, so I'm not gonna slag them off. But I remember this. This is very nostalgic. This one was also very nostalgic. This is also very nostalgic. This is also very nostalgic. Now, I will say that I'm waiting for the day where people will realise. The one criticism, I'm waiting for the day that people will realise that my hair is brown, not black. I don't have black hair. It's just very dark brown. I don't know why there's a one of me as Pennywise. That's a nice little fundraiser one with the like Christmas jumper. I definitely edited that one myself. Definitely edited this one myself as well. But the Ace Creeper ones, I think they progress as time goes on, but I'm not sure. So this is probably the oldest one, I think. This was when my channel started doing well. That was when like my channel started popping off a little bit. This is the first kind of change. That's a newer one. That's sort of old. And then it sort of got better as like other people worked on it as well. Like I was quite happy with that, but I don't think I made that. I definitely didn't make this one. But the logo, I think I might have done, but I can't remember. And then it was just the same sort of logo with different backdrops and stuff. The purple one was like quite an iconic one. That one was sort of like a relatively new one. And then I think I made this alteration with like the colours and like the this is from my not second channel, but this is from like that meme channel that I had that I just uploaded to. So that's that. And then I had obviously for other meme channel ones that I just shit edits. I mean, what the fuck are these? Blonde George era hair. Yeah. That was a vibe, wasn't it? George, unsatisfied with subjecting himself to memory lane pain, is now travelling back through his graphic design folder. Only a few weeks, I'm rushing in from work to your live stream and you were like, nope. Opinion on the Barbie movie, it's brilliant. Will your podcast return? Probably not. Yeah, Frosted Tips. Frosted Tips. Blonde hair. Yeah, that was an era. Let's have a look at the banners. Now, these are probably more interesting. But the problem is they're not all in the right order, because it's just sort of I feel like the oldest ones are probably going to be... I think this one is the oldest one. Yeah, it definitely is. Because of the Five Nights at Freddy's shit. This is probably the oldest one for sure. And then we're looking at probably anyone that has me like drawn on it. I don't even know. I think these ones. Yeah, these ones. Ooh, Halloween banner. People can definitely read that one. This was here for a while. That's an old one though. That's a proper old one. That got made for me. This one was... What the fuck is the splat for? I guess maybe for the profile, but yeah, it was for like the avatar, wasn't it? Because avatars used to be up there, didn't they? And then... Yeah, that's class. That was cool. I liked this one, but it was a bit shit. Because it was just like kind of... Yeah, there was nothing on it. And I was quite light with my promos and stuff and having stuff on there. I had 20... Oh, fuck me. That is just I mean, not embarrassing, but I mean, it is. But, like, Jesus, did I just want to, like, stick every bit of fan art of myself in the banner? I know that's quite common form for YouTube banners, but fuck me, that's fucking mental. This is insane. This is insane. Oh, that's a Photoshop. Oh, my God. It's not Photoshop. It's Paint.net. You get the point. Fuck. Why is there, like, 100 of these? What the fuck is the problem? This one? Okay, fair enough. I mean, I did play Five Nights at Freddy's Minecraft, and that's rather good. Look at that. Is that like an animatronic George? Who the fuck is that? I can't remember anything about that. Fuck knows. Cool, though. 2018, when my channel popped off. Oh, God. Are they all Paint.net? Okay, there we go. When my channel popped off, this was the banner. Which is not bad. That's quite tame. That's quite good. I was kind of into Star Wars a bit more at the time. Jodie Whittaker was the Doctor. It was quite exciting. New times. Nothing particularly special here. And then I changed it to my own art. A bit of Capaldi. This was really good. I didn't make this one, but this was really good. When's the next episode of the Cod Pod? That is such a deep cut. Oh, this one was class. See, this one was actually good. Because this was like 3D modelled. I just didn't like the fact that you couldn't really see Ace Creeper on it properly. Because it was quite a light colour against a light background. But, oh my God, just gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. This one was great. But I think that was just taken straight from the intro. Whereas this one was like properly modelled, high res, looked great. So I don't know why I changed that. And then to change it back to this after that is just insane. I don't know why. That was really nice. This is a proper high professional one. Very sleek branding, but the branding was never used for like the videos, so what was the point? This one was around for a fucking while. I wonder why I had the E and the C like that, because that looks like ass. And that doesn't really read that well as Ace Creeper. God, back when my Twitter username was Ace Creep 2. That's funny. What about the newer ones? There was definitely newer ones in there, right? Oh, I guess I had these, didn't I? So that's like an intro one, yeah. God, it is creeper, bloody hell. Oh my god, I probably shouldn't have my work notifications open, should I? That's probably not a good idea. Let me just quickly make sure that's all shut down. Fucking hell, that was a bit stupid. Let's quit that. Yeah. Interesting. I probably shouldn't have this folder open, should I? Oh my god. I'm such an idiot. Is there anything else? I'm trying to look at, like, intros, maybe? Did I have, like, different intros? Because that's the kind of thing that I would expect to have a folder of, but I don't seem to. How long have I been pre-streaming for? About an hour now, actually. But we'll be going over to Twitch very shortly. I'm just kind of chilling on a little bit of nostalgia here. Who's on? YouTubers United. Oh god, yeah, this is when I tried to launch like a fan page anonymously. It didn't really work. A lot of failed attempts at things here, which I think just says a lot, really, doesn't it? I did put the intros on my channel, but I would have thought that I'd have like intros separate. Oh, I do. It's just called assets. Oh Christ, this is just a mess of a folder, though. Can I show all this? If I can show all this, I will just share the screen. Because there's a few interesting things in here. We need just like a stream that's just like called George opens his hard drive. Because that just sounds really clickbaity, but it's also what I'm doing. This was like this is really nostalgic though. Yeah, the text is a bit low res though. Oh, that loop at the end was great. Replaced with video. Interesting. I know. Why didn't I call them assets? Yeah. I hated the name Ace Creeper though. I was happy to use it. Children of Earth intro. Hey, this wasn't bad. I think I made this myself as well. That's actually fucking solid, you know. Oh my god, that wasn't bad. Oh yeah, because I did Torchwood Week, didn't I? This was a bit shit compared to the one we just had. The music was cool though. I love Torchwood Week. Yeah, this looks good, man. Like, I'm not being funny. Like, I'm quite chuffed with that, considering I made that. What's this going to be? Shite though. Look at the cutout on that TV. Fantastic. This isn't bad though. Ooh! Ooh, that wasn't bad. That kind of goes hard a little bit, not gonna lie. What the fuck? What? That goes hard, what the fuck? When was this my intro? Because that was that intro, that back one, we'll get to that one, because I've seen this, that's probably my favourite one I had, it was amazing. What the fuck is all this shit? I don't remember doing this. I mean, really cool. But was it maybe for, like, the classic... Oh, you're going to get some exclusive stuff here. Look at this. So, Drunk Who Story was something that I did, like, want to do. And I'll give you a bit of a context of this. I saw Drunk History, and I thought, get a Doctor Who personality on, get them drunk, and get them to retell a Doctor Who story, and then have it animated. I filmed one episode, and it was with someone who then turned out to be a very problematic person, and I immediately abandoned the project and was like, nope, that's not happening, done with that. But the intro was made, and it was shite. Okay, it's not bad. But this is... Yeah, that didn't ever... that never came out. That never got published or anything. But that's the intro for it. Drunk Lords Intro 2. Oh my god, look at all the references here. Okay, so let's see if I can remember all the references. So we've got a little Benny pop figure. Got our love for this fucking guy, the council man. Our 3D sunglasses. There's sort of like a Time Lord revolver up there, like a little cane from Love and Monsters there. There's some Stella, because we're apparently wife beaters. What's that about? Oh my god, this is very nostalgic. It's a very slow intro. Christ, bring it up the tempo a little bit. It's fun. You know what? It's fun. Drunk Lords. Wow, there we go. So it's the same intro, just with less references. So that last one maybe was never seen. I'm not sure. Maybe it was seen once. And then Isolation. Is there anything on this that's different? You put like a thing. Oh, Isolation Edition. Oh, fucking, that's embarrassing. Welcome, Joel. Should you be working hard? Are you working hard or are you hardly working? There's a few end cards. I mean, it looks like shit, but the idea is nice. I like the water effect, the pouring beer effect. It's just a shame the graphics were dog shit. I'm really enjoying this. This is really nostalgic for me. This is really cool. There's a lot going on here. Patrons, video. Yeah, I quite liked it. It's a shame the ads were covered by the fucking TARDIS. Oh, Joe, so you're joining. Basically, we're just going to have a bit of a nostalgia tour. And I'm going through, like, any old assets that I have for, like, intros and, like, shows and stuff that I did on YouTube. Because I actually was a YouTuber for 9 years. So I'm basically going through all the intros and stuff. And kind of just seeing it, because I mean, I haven't seen it in a while. Some people are nostalgic for it. We were looking at like the Wayback Machine, and now we're kind of going through intros. So we're just having a bit of fun with that, really. And then we're going to go over to Twitch. So yeah, this one I remember a lot of. Oh, that was fun. You see, at least I tried to animate it a little bit. But yeah, that's better. But the thing is, can you see there's like a big slit down the middle of the fucking screen? Mental. End of time edit 1? This is the whole video. It is the whole video. Don't know how it ended up in this folder. Oh no. Idiot's Guide to the Galaxy, of course. This podcast that lasted 1 episode. Amazing. All the effort that went into that as well. That's probably the best intro I had. That was the music, everything was like on it. Well, this was the original. But then this was like the one with the updated colour scheme. So I updated my colour branding for the channel to have a bit of blue and a bit of red, so that was kind of updating it slightly. Was it 2 episodes? Oh, it was 2 episodes, you're right. Bloody hell, Danny, that's some bloody good memory you got there. Yeah, I've never had a successful podcast bar Spill Your Beans, which I was quite happy with because we got like 2 seasons out of that, but, you know, it still ended. I'd love to release the Drunk Lord stuff, but I think, as I said, like, it was uneditable. It's about 2 years old, so the references will be very out of date, and, like, I'd have to coordinate that with Jack as well, and there's just like a lot of elements in there that are not easy, and it's a lot of work, so I don't think that would happen, but yeah. No, I didn't say they were lost, I said they were recorded, and they are somewhere on here. I might even show you it in a bit if I can, but the footage just was corrupted, I think, on Jack's side, so it was very, like, it was difficult to fix, and it wasn't easy, so we'll see. This is another thing that you might not have seen before. I was going to do a reaction series for Sarah Jane Adventures. I was going to do a reaction series with my flatmates to watch Sarah Jane Adventures, and it never happened. We never recorded anything for it. But the intro was made. Again, a bit shy, but it's of its time. There's some animation attempts going on here. A weird one to do for Sarah Jane Adventures, considering Kane was barely in it, but yeah, Miracle Day intro 2. I had to do the VFX 4x3 thing because it was the only interesting part of the Miracle Day intro that I could emulate without just sticking my fucking name over it. Did the screen expand there? Did I do a little bit of a... Oh, I see that. It's quite clever. Look at that. It's not clever. When you're going to do a project with some of your flatmates on the Ace Creeper 2 Electric Boogaloo channel, which was the... What is the Ace Creeper 2 Electric Boogaloo channel? What are we talking about there? I don't actually know... Oh, God, that's... Yeah. Oh, this one's a classic! Owen outro? God, the Discord server link, that's embarrassing. PO Box stuff. Radio Monday. This is a deep cut. Does anyone remember this? So I did it. This is another podcast. That only lasted about 3 episodes. That I did with a few YouTubers, Doctor Who YouTubers. It was a high maintenance podcast. That was the problem. Mentioning a plan for that or something. Wait, hang on. A plan for what? To release the Junk Lord stuff? Actually, I swear I recall you mentioning a plan for that or something, maybe. Remind me of what that is and maybe I'll talk about it. K9 series. Have you seen the K9 series? Oh, no, I've never seen the K9 and Company ones. It's the one that got repurposed to be Idiot's Guide, I think. I think that may be changed to Extreme Highlights. Oh, yeah, so the second channel does still... Actually, that's a good shout. It's a good little mention as well. This channel... Let's not change accounts while on the thing. I don't know what you can see and what you can't see. So this... Not this channel. This channel... was Idiot... Right, yeah. This is probably Ace Creeper 2 Electric Boogaloo. So what happened was my account got hacked in COVID. And I had to make a new channel to get people just involved so I could keep posting videos and try and, do something with it. And then I got my old channel back, and then that channel was repurposed into initially Idiot's Guide to the Galaxy, which I think is still available. You can still see it all here. It's just unlisted, but it is all here. And then actually now I post my stream highlights. So when I go live on Twitch, this will be where it appears after. So it's a good little mention because we are going to be going live. We were supposed to go like 20 minutes ago, but I'm kind of just enjoying this for now. So maybe I'll just do like an hour and a half here and then an hour and a half on Twitch. Who knows? But yeah, so this is where we post our live streams. You can watch every single week. We go live on Tuesdays. Obviously, people don't really watch this, but it is just a sort of archive mostly for me. So this is the channel. This is the Electric Boogaloo channel. I've just repurposed it to whatever I need it for at the time. And at the moment, I need a sort of backup channel for my live streams. So you can see shorts and stuff on here. You can see full live streams and occasional like clipped videos of what's going on here. So yeah, you're more than welcome to check this out and drop a subscription if you want to. But yeah, that's its own thing. Radio Mondas was another podcast thing. This is like a computer, right? And it was kind of styling itself off the Series 10 finale. Microphone startup, digital display, you can't see that. Guest, webcam, questions, intro. Thank God there was no more, because I think I ran out of bullet points. Welcome to floor 413. Coronation. Radio Mondas. Today's guest, who knows? That's a nice idea, like a little computer terminal monitor thing. This channel is a... Oh, hang on, what is this? This channel is a temporary home for my content. Due to unforeseen circumstances, I don't have access to my main channel. It's what the fuck? What's that channel like? Dramatic event. I don't have access to my main channel. Drum roll. Ace Creeper. Whilst I'm fighting to get it back, I'll be uploading here. So subscribe, please. Okay. is there still access to your Genesis of the Cybermen? I really want to watch it. There is access to it, I think. Did 413 have any significance there? I think so. I think so. Was 413 not like the floor that they were on when with the Cybermen shit? Torchwood intro. Found another one. Oh wow. I remember making it. This did take ages to try and recreate. Good though, not bad. Vortex blur. Oh yeah, this is for like video backgrounds. Cool. Well, that's something. Let me see if there's anything other that's interesting to kind of like look at. Genesis of the Cybermen. I fucking love that project. I'll see if I've still got it somewhere, honestly, because I think I have. Yep, I think it's here. I've actually got it. Yeah, 1 hour 50, and I believe it's in 1080p. Why didn't I rent? No, it should have been rendered at the right fucking aspect ratio, though. What's that about? Yeah, I love this project, honestly. It's like, you know, it's not perfect. The link is here if you want to download it, because I think the download limit probably isn't hit now, so you can probably just download that as is. So there you go, there's something. It's 1 hour 50 feature-length cut of the 2 episodes put together in black and white 4x3 with an alternate ending and some alternate scenes and stuff like that. So I do remember it being... The one thing I loved about that, and I will show this off on stream because I fucking love it, and it's just, this isn't like me loving myself, this is actually a huge Genesis of the Cyberman intro titles. O'Chenery and Peter Miles, or Dalekhian, as he's also known, they put together the title sequence for this film, which I fucking love. It's so good. This is the video here. You can go and watch it. It's in the film, but the music is just insane. In fact, you know what? Let's fucking play it, because I absolutely adore it. I will be talking over it though. But this is yeah, this is very much a bit of a nostalgia tour now, but it's fun. I waited. It's just like waited for you. So I remember talking to Peter about it when we started, and it was like I wanted like a mix between like The Lighthouse, Interstellar, the Doctor Who theme, and Westworld, and it was a lot of different influences. But it's beautiful, and the title sequence by Oliver as well is just incredible. Honestly, like, it's such a good title sequence. The visuals are gorgeous, the music's perfect. I'll let it play. Yeah, I mean, like, what to say about that? It's just brilliant. So, yeah, I know I'm, like, kind of waffling. This is kind of, like, took a real weird, like, turn, this live stream. But we'll probably head over to, yeah. Yeah, but it's already well known. This is just like a celebration of it, really, isn't it? And I think that's the important thing. I can't even remember why. This is obviously one I uploaded, which was just like the whole scene, isn't it? So I kind of incorporated a bit of Dr. Falls, and then that was edited on. That's a monitor. And then a shot of the universe. Yeah, little things like that. I was just like really keen to kind of like make my own little fix up a little bit. I was chuffed with this. The whole Twice Upon a Time speech without the pairs bit. I'm trying to remember how I did it. Yeah. It's not as clean as you'd expect from like the actual TV show, obviously, but yeah, it's a bit janky. But you know what? I'd still like it, and I think the black and white disguises a lot of the janky visual effects, to be honest. I think the shot of Jodie on the floor looks semi-realistic. It just doesn't look like a real camera shot, so it's hard to kind of that. This was probably the only thing where I was like, yeah, that's not very good. But you know what? I tried my best with the assets that I had. Yeah, I guess that works. It's not terrible. Oh, I removed the pairs line. I removed the dab as well, because I just didn't like it. Which is probably a bit wanky of me. I guess that's like a little bit like arsey of me to just be like, no, I didn't like it, so I'm going to remove it. But I guess that's the kind of person I was then. But you know what? I loved that, and I'm really happy with. Yeah, no, I complete because obviously the Dr. Falls was supposed to be the Capaldi regeneration. I was like, if I'm gonna do a feature length thing, I'm definitely gonna edit the ending so it's a regeneration instead of meeting the first Doctor. So you can kind of see how you will with that. You could argue we could just turn the whole thing into like a big story. I do quite like Twice Upon a Time, but yeah, there's, as I say, the regeneration's a bit janky, but like I really like the final effect. This whole regeneration thing probably took the longest part of the project because it was all new, and there's like a shot of the TARDIS there as well, like that shot of the TARDIS that appears. See, that like I could have done a little bit more there to make it not just a static image, because it is just a Photoshop image. And then it's just like, this is probably a bit of a janky shot, but there was thought in there. Like the background is the same background that Jodie fell in with like the Sheffield stuff, and the smoke to kind of hide some of the effects. The TARDIS model's a bit janky, but the funny thing about all this is that this you might think is like, wow, that's George doing some 3D modeling. Do you know what this is? And it's not a hard guess just because of the quality. The TARDIS was shot in Gmod. I just screen recorded Gmod of the TARDIS on a green screen background. I composited it in. I kind of did the shot and the movement like as if I was like a real camera, which I think looks good considering. And I removed the and then I got rid of the background with the because I just made the background green. That is a Gmod TARDIS. The TARDIS shot without the background is from Gmod on a green background. And then I just kind of faded the opacity in so it was like materializing and not. And I think I did some stuff with the box as well. So like even though the TARDIS is like invisible here, you can still see the outlines of the police box and the lights a bit more. So I think I like did some sort of multiple layer thing on that. It did take a while. Like I was very pedantic about making it look as realistic as I could with the Gmod model. The light was artificially added on, the smoke was artificially added on. I had like a backdrop which I think I used, which was basically like Sheffield from when Jodie was falling down with her photoshopped out of it, and then like stars, so you could pan from the Sheffield stuff down there in the city, that bit of Sheffield there that you can see when Jodie's falling, that's quite an obvious bit, and then like when it pans up, stars, so there's like smoke or like clouds or whatever. But that was the idea, and with it being black and white, it hides a lot of the janky stuff. But I just find it so funny that I'm chuffed that was in Gmod, and I managed to pull that off. You know, it's not that bad. Like, I'm actually, like, chuffed with that. It's probably one of my favourite shots of the whole thing, because I actually did it myself. Because there was no natural cut between Jodie sitting down and standing up. I probably could have done, but that's the thing. That's the thing, though. I think with my approach to this, and obviously it looks jankier than it would from an actual shot from the show. One thing I really don't like about like fan edits and stuff is that it is, you know, when you take shots from the show, people know it. You know, Capaldi's era was only just ending at this point, or had only just ended like a couple of years prior. So it's like, why it would be obvious, you know, to me. Like, I hate when I see the TARDIS stuff in, like, or the different shots, and I'm like, I know exactly where that's from. It kind of takes the realism out of it. This was just something where it's like, oh, okay, it's like a new shot of the TARDIS, I guess, and with a bit of creativity, and with it being a model, I could actually kind of create, like, the shot myself that I wanted. I didn't want it to just be... I don't know, I didn't want it to just be a shot from the show. I think having it from, like, this high angle and then, like, panning across, I wanted to like get that shot, you know, even if it looks a bit janky and the model looks a bit naff. I'm really happy with what I did with that, to be fair. Yep, let's not open that here. Let's turn this over here first. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else that I want to kind of go through. I don't think. Yeah, I reckon I'm kind of done with that shit, to be honest. Maybe next week we'll go through some more stuff if I can find it, but yeah, maybe at some point we'll go through the old YouTube channel stuff as well. Anyway, let's head over to Twitch, because we are sort of like half an hour late now, and it's sort of a good time, 3:30, let's swap over. So if you're not already watching, if you're not already following, or you're new to Twitch and this is not your, you haven't done it before, it's not your thing, please consider checking it out. Would really, really appreciate it. The link is in the chat now. As soon as this stream ends, go over to that link, or open it up now, you may as well, and we'll be over there streaming, continuing the same chat and conversation, talking about YouTube channel stuff, probably while I think about more things that I remember and, you know, get nostalgic over. So we can keep talking about it, but I'm going to be playing Crash Bandicoot at the same time, because I need to get that sort of Twitch retention up as well, and I kind of want to build the following over on there as well. So I'm quite excited about it. Head over, we're going to finish off and try and 100% Crash Bandicoot today, so that's very exciting. We're playing the original Crash Bandicoot on the Insane Trilogy, so we've done 2 parts of that so far. Pretty much completed most of the game, but we didn't do the final boss battle, and I want to try and get all the box gems as well. So let's do that. Head over to Twitch now, drop me a follow if you haven't already, and I'll give you a shout out when we head over there. But yes, we are going to head over to Twitch now, so thank you all so much for watching. We'll be back next Tuesday at about 7 PM next week, so stay tuned for that. Keep an eye on what it is. Hopefully we'll have some news, big news by then, maybe a TARDIS reveal, maybe a trailer, something like that. If not, then we'll probably just do some more like YouTube nostalgia-y stuff. This was quite fun, and I think going back through the channel a little bit can be quite entertaining. So yeah, thank you for watching, and hopefully see you all on Twitch.